Yes, here we are playing Black Desert Online, and I am the illumANark. Yes, as the illumANark, I am looking forward to saying hello to all my Luminaries and Mysterians. But as we go through, this is basically a quick overview, slapped out moments of my, well, excuse me, I'm still a little sick, and, I still have a problem with congestive heart failure, but hey, video needs to be made. I haven't made videos in way too long. So, this is what I first discovered when I opened up Black Desert Online. This was all my initial setup. And I showed that my family name was illumANark. Because, hey, gotta be the illumANark wherever I can be. Now, I do have to say this game, and there is that kid from high school I never liked. That's why I'm thinking I have a hard time playing the warrior. I've pulled two different character archetypes recently. This one, I started with the wizard because, well, the wizard. Yes, I want. You better watch out because he'll tickle you with those feathers. But it seems that I have a love for just basic swords and sorcery characters. I made him bald because, you know something, there is just too many long-haired wizards in the world. I understand the beard, hey, there's just something about the beard. But even that, I eventually choose to shorten up. And I guess we're going to get into the reason for this video today. It's not just to do commentary on this gameplay. I have to say I have been put in a particular circumstance, and I did record a kind of rantish video on it, and then I decided that there was just too much to say to even rant on it. And so here it goes, folks. How in dear God do all the intelligent people I know choose not to have children for one reason or another, and then dear goodness of all things, the dumbest people I know have multiples of children. They're breeding like rabbits. Now, this came to a light the other day at a fast food restaurant that will remain unnamed because I really think it would reflect badly on the restaurant chain as a whole if it got out that they hired imbeciles who cannot make change for a $20 bill out of an $18.20 purchase. $18.20 purchase. Now, last I checked, it's $1.80 and change. But my basic math may be eluding me. But last time I checked is that there's 80 cents between 18, 20, and 19, and then there's a whole dollar between 19 and 20, so that leaves me with the idea that $1.80. But that aside, they couldn't remember how to make change from an $18.20 purchase out of a $20 bill. They had to call over a manager, and the manager couldn't count back the money to me. It was terrifying. How could they go through a professional life, how could they be high school graduates? You know, I've been able to break a $20 bill, count back the change since I was like 8. Okay. The world's knowledge has expanded. You can put any knowledge directly at your fingertips. It's just almost everybody's got a smartphone nowadays. And smartphones have their advantages. One advantage is being able to hop on, check the internet, do what you gotta do, tweet-a-dee-dee-dee-dee, and then, you know, you can have the answer to any question. Quantum physics, string theory, how to fix a car, how to tie a freaking tie. Anything can be found online.
Would greet the merchants and fireworks would light
the simple questions, the things on how to fix a carburetor, replace a car battery, for crying out loud. All those things, there are tutorials on just about everything there is. And if there isn't, if you mentioned it to a creator who's doing the right kind of thing on YouTube, guess what? I guarantee you they'd put it together. Because if one person has a chance to speak up about where their head is about wanting something, it usually means, kind of like cockroaches, that there are 1,000 lurking in the walls, wishing that thing would occur. But, they just don't have the courage to speak up. So
it seemed to know exactly where it was headed.
While I had this endeavor, I decided I pulled 20 cents out of my pocket to make it easier, to knock it down to 18.
People started to disappear,
so that I could get $2 back.
In the end,
that sigh, that exasperated sigh, was just a minor undertone of probably the world's largest understatement. Because they had difficulty understanding how to take 1820 and 2020, and those two things would, mathematically conclude that I deserve $2 and change. Because it was all because the person slapped the door shut and the drawer shut, and the computer basically wiped itself for the next customer, and they never put in that I had a $20 bill, so the computer or the receipt wouldn't tell them how much they owed me. How is this possible? Both of them claim to be high school graduates, by the way. How can two people who have graduated high school, one in a management position, even if they're not the senior manager, if they're just a shift manager, how the hell do these people operate, cash drawers, and they can't count? How on earth is it possible? How have we become this society? It is so boggling to me. And, we are an industrialized nation. We are the industrialized nation. Maybe not the strongest industrialized nation anymore, but of all the industrialized nations, we are the ones that have the access to the most general broadband information about every conceivable subject at our fingertips. And yet we can't apply information. You know, both of them then were like, well, you need a calculator.
Turn the mouse on or off.
Why the hell do you need a calculator? And if you do need a calculator, you got one in your pocket.
Then click the red button on the receipt
It's called a
quest
phone.
menu to activate
All the
navigation for
smartphones.
that quest's
Now,
destination.
these people could whip through smartphones and damn could they text at some brutastically fast speeds. But they can't handle making $1.80 change out of $20 bill, or even $2 change out of a $20 bill.
You must be a horse whisperer.
How is this possible? How has human society fallen apart so much that there is just nothing that we can do to save ourselves from our own stupidity and breeding the smart ones out of existence? It's like the jocks finally did take over,
Showing affection is the fastest
but
way
not
to
the
mold
jocks that
horse.
like had that chance at a college good football scholarship, and they were able to go on to college because they had enough grades and enough attendance and all the things were working for them, that all of a sudden they could go to college. I'm not talking the jock that went to college. I'm talking the jock that scored that last goal on some game 1.5 billion years ago between two local town teams. He's a local town hero, and he's about as smart as a box of rocks. And him and his 8 buddies that couldn't even graduate high school without the high school giving them honorary degrees just to get them out because they were the football heroes. And then all of a sudden, they're what? Incompetent? Incapable of holding down a conversation for more than 10, 12, 15 minutes? It has to be about how Susie did Johnny and Johnny did Beth and Beth did Paul. And all the small town bull hockey. This is just, and I've seen this getting worse and worse. You know, it's just happening way too often to be any further comfortable with how stupid we are as Americans. So as this is the illumANark saying peace out to you, peace out for today, peace out for tomorrow, peace out to you always. My Illuminaries and Mysterians, my Illuminaries keep bringing the light, my Mysterians keep searching out those mysteries. Maybe we'll find an answer to just generalized stupidity. With that, I say